Hey PS20, you're already in your last week, week 7 of the Avoid Sugar at Breakfast Challenge. Can you believe it? You guys have been doing great. I'm so impressed that you've stuck with it and have been making new habits to improve your health and your students' ability to learn. The challenge ends on Sunday, so keep checking in until then. And your next challenge will begin on November 21st, which is the Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. We'll be doing Avoid Soda, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, despite the fact that you'll complete the final level of the Avoid Sugar at Breakfast Challenge this weekend, you'll want to keep these good eating habits going, even after you start the next challenge. The goal of our food stand challenges is to help you get in the habit of making the healthier choice so that you're equipped to eat well even when you're not checking in on the app. At the beginning of the challenge, you cleaned out your pantries and fridges to get rid of sugary breakfast temptations, and you replaced them with no added sugar ingredients. Controlling your environment by keeping those sugary things out of the house and continuing to stock the healthy ingredients you've been buying even after your challenge is over is really important. You went over 50 days without them, and the easiest way to maintain your habit is to keep that up. If you crave sugary cereal and there's a box of it sitting in the pantry, you're much more likely to slip and eat it. Remember the difference between added sugar and intrinsic sugar, or natural sugar, as well. Fruit and unsweetened dairy products have natural sugars, which are totally fine. Fruit has fiber that helps your body deal with the sugar. Fiber is key when it comes to your body's ability to deal with that sugar load. And the natural sugar in fruit is obviously also unprocessed, which is great. So if you need some sweetness in the morning, remember to grab a piece of fruit, pair it with protein like nuts or yogurt if you can, or add some dried fruit to your oatmeal. A splash of cream in your coffee adds natural sweetness if you don't want to drink it black. And of course, if you want a naturally sweet breakfast drink, Harney & Sons fine teas are also a great choice. The holidays are coming up, which could mean family breakfasts and brunches that will likely contain some sort of added sugar, whether it be pancakes, waffles, donuts, pastries, leftover pie, my favorite. But just because you're continuing your good breakfast habits doesn't mean you can't participate in the family fun. You could offer to make a sugary breakfast swap recipe, like 5-ingredient banana French toast, to provide everyone with a sweet treat with no added sugar. You can refer back to our Week 5 Swaps workshop video for those recipes. Or else have a free pass plan. We talked about slips in last week's video workshop, Week 6, so you can go back to that video for a more in-depth refresher. If you know a breakfast is coming at which you'll want to eat sugar, avoid it in the days prior and use your free pass to enjoy your favorite sugary breakfast on that special morning. Or if you find yourself at a sugary breakfast unexpectedly, don't panic. Use a free pass and move on. The great thing about having these good breakfast habits is that you can eat sugar from time to time and it won't derail your health. Just remember to use moderation. Because you've chosen to use your free pass at family holiday breakfasts doesn't mean that you should go crazy and eat everything in sight. Have a few bites of a few things or choose one thing and really enjoy it. Which brings me to half passes, which can also be a great way to enjoy some bites of tasty treats without consuming too much sugar. Choose eggs for your holiday meal and then have a bite or two of someone else's pancakes and use a half pass. That way you'll get to participate without going crazy. When my husband was growing up, his family ate cereal for breakfast most mornings, and they filled their bowls with more nutritious cereals like unsweetened bran or cornflakes, and then they were allowed to put a spoonful of a sugary cereal on top. They called those sugary cereals toppers. We don't keep sugary cereal in our house at all, but the mentality of using sugary things as an accent, only having a bite or two, as opposed to the sugary thing being the main attraction, is a good thing to remember to help you maintain your habit long term. You can always refer back to the guidebook, which can be found at thefoodstand.com anytime for tips or hints. I hope you have a great couple of weeks coming up, and I'll see you in the Avoid Soda Challenge.